went there, we had 55 and 55 here. What does that make this angle right here? In case we need it. What is this angle?
37.
30 what?
37.
Why'd you say 37?
Well, it's 90-degree angle there.
Yeah. Minus 55 though.
35.
Do you think that was a 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You did exactly right, Zach. Okay, so this is 90 degrees right here. All right? We know that because this is straight up and straight down, and this is your axis right here. So that's 35 right here and 55 right here. Now, do we know anything else, or can we find anything else at this point? For me? Do I have this angle or this one? Yeah, I don't know it yet. I've got to get there though. That's exactly what I need to do. Okay, I can't get there with just the information I have here without first finding that guy right there. So I need to find this side first, and then I get this angle right here. All right, this is going to come into play, but just not yet. So let's use our law of cosine then. So x squared is equal to 2.3 squared plus 1.8 squared minus 2 times 2.3 times 1.8 times the cos of 55. Okay, and then take the square root of it, and what does x equal?
3.780.
See, I got 1.9.
Okay, you got what?
1.9. And that's
Okay.
what Courtney got yesterday.
Try it again. Make sure your calculator's in degrees. Let's see, I'm not saying this is right or wrong, I don't know. Anybody else get that number? Take your calculators out. You should be working, when we work on the board, you want to work with your calculators. Even if you're not going to write it down, which you should be working on your calculator to make sure you know how to do this. In case you do take the square root.
Yeah, I did, and I ended up with that. I'm just gonna do it again.
Okay.
I got that too.
Okay.
But then once you square root it, it's
No. Okay.
That's
So
that without being square rooted.
yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, I want this square rooted.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so take the square root of that value, and what is it?
1.944. Yeah.
Okay, well this is what 3.780 is what x squared is equal to. Right? So I need to square root that value to get to that. Okay? So I have this is 1.944. Alright? Now let's find out what that angle is right there. Okay, so I've got, we'll just call this angle alpha. So I've got the sine of alpha over 1.8 is equal to the sine of 55 over 1.944. Casey, do you get 1.944 now?
Yeah, I did it again.
Okay. Okay, great. So now I've got sine alpha over 1.8 equals sine 55 over 1.944. So what is that equal to?
$49.329 or 49.330.
49.330? Excellent. All right, so I have 49.330. I have 55 right here. I need to find out what this whole thing is right here. Or do I? No, actually I don't. I'm done.
But that's where we got confused yesterday because we were getting, what was it, 76 on that side, but that was the angle going towards that way, isn't it? The way that.
Yeah, that is up in here somewhere.
No, but like where the 55 and 30, like that angle right there.
Yeah.
Isn't that the angle that we have to figure out? Not that.
It's
other
going
one.
from,
Because in the answer.
okay, just
key-
wait. It wants to find which way, yeah, you're right. Okay, so
But then it'll.
Trans is right, because we need to find this angle here in order, or this one, in order to find out which way the second kayak has to go. So I'm getting to that point. That's where I'm going to next, right? So now I have 180, subtract this, subtract that. What does that give you? 180 minus 55 minus that.
75.67.
Hello? Hey, good, good.
Why wouldn't you just do 180 minus all
Okay.
those three,
Yep.
and then whatever
no
you're
problem.
left with is that little, no, because you
Sure.
did the 35 and that little part.
No, no problem. Okay, bye.
Yeah, you would subtract 35.
Okay,
I
so
know,
now, just
but-
wait. Okay, so what do we get? 180 minus this minus this.
75.67.
75.6. Now I'm gonna
Seven.
minus this 35 point right, this 35 right here. What does that give me right there?
40.67.
That is 40.67 degrees. All right? So what direction does, if I start here and I have to go to right here, what direction do I need to go then? Yeah, you're 100% correct, Bree. But what I need though is I need it written so that it's very specific as to the direction I need to go.
North 40.67.
No, no. Think that through. North, 40.67 west is that.
So it'd be west,
West,
40.67 north?
40.67 degrees north and 1.944 kilometers, right? Or north what?
75.67?
No,
Because isn't that the,
this right here,
Yeah.
again, is a right angle, right?
yeah,
So
oh,
if this is 40.67 right here,
okay, yeah,
what does that get?
49.33.
49.33 degrees west. Those are the two solutions that you can have for it. Okay? All right? Any questions yet? I'm gonna come back and let's do this. Let's look at this a little bit better. Okay? We did a lot of math there. So let's explain it better. Okay? So the math is there. We've got the math done. So let's look at the question one more time and decide, how do I do this? What am I taking from this? So the first thing that I do is I want to draw, the first thing I do is draw the 2.3 kilometers to the north. Okay? Then I'm going to draw my second guy. Now remember, every time I draw these, I draw myself a little grid. It just helps me when I'm drawing them to, based on the language that they use in terms of the direction, how to draw it. So then the next guy, the second kayak goes north, so that's this direction, right? And then 55 degrees east of it. Is this east or is that east? This way is east, correct? So I draw it out like this. In which this angle right here is 55 degrees. Okay, so far? So now, I want to go from right there, okay? From here, I want to go to that guy right there, right? Everybody okay?
Yeah.
All right, so what did I use to solve this? I knew this is 1.8 kilometers right here. Okay, direction north, 55 degrees east. Okay, I know that this is 55 degrees right here. Now, without putting anything else in, I didn't even need this 55. Without putting anything else in, I have a side, I have an angle, and I have a side. So what do I use in order to find the rest of the pieces of the puzzle?
cosine.
Okay, I have to start with cosine. I can't start with sine because I have an angle but no side across from it. So I need to use my cos law, right? So I've got this, 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 and this. That's what I need to do. So I did that up here. And I solved, and I got this was equal to 1.944. Now, let's fill in the blanks. Let's find that angle. Let's find this entire angle right here. Okay? To do that, I have a side here, an angle across. A side here, an angle across. Which law am I going to use? Sine or cos? Which one? Which one uses A side and an angle across, and a side and an angle across.
Sine.
Sine does. Does it not, or am I, right? Okay, so sure. I set it up like this. Sine alpha over 1.8 equals sine 55 over 1.944. Right? That allows me to find this angle right here. So I found that angle. How do I find the third angle if I know two angles?
Subtract by 180.
Excellent. Excellent work, Brennan. We subtracted from 180, right? This and this minus 180, or from 180 gives us that angle right there. Okay? It's the same thing we've done all along. We've got one triangle, and I'm asking you find the missing sides and the missing angles. Isn't that what you did? 3, 1, 3, 2, and 3, 3? I gave you a triangle. Find the missing sides and the missing angles. Correct? All right. So I found this angle. That angle worked out to 49.330. This angle worked out to, what was it?
75.6.
75.67. Thanks. That angle was 75.67. Correct? So far, I've got all of the pieces of this triangle figured out. The only catch to this question, here's the next level of work that you need to be able to do. And that is, how can you actually tell me how to go from here to here? Using actual directions. So I needed to find out, what is this direction right here? I knew this whole thing was 75.67, right? Okay, but I need this direction here or this direction here. I could have done something else that we didn't do over here. What could I have done? Well, this angle, that angle in its entirety, and this angle. What do they add to give you?
180.
180. So 180 subtract 55, subtract 75.67, gives me that angle right there. Which was 49.33 degrees. We didn't do it this way. We used this 55 and that 35 and subtracted that from 75.67 to get that angle. But I could have done it this way too. There's always more than one way to solve it. All right, on this one, we found this angle, 75.67. We subtracted 35 because that was this distance right here and got that angle of 40.67. So then we wrote it as west, 40.67 degrees north. I could have taken this guy, subtract this, or added to this guy and subtracted from 180 and that gave me that. And I would have got this right here. All right?
Or you could do the parallel lines.
Or I could have done the parallel line stuff.
And then
For sure. Absolutely. Right? Okay, so that's a big question. But not one out of the realm of possibility that you can't do. Right? So if I had extended that out, that would have given me this angle right here. That angle and that angle are the same. All I'm trying to do right now is create parallel lines and solve for triangles. We use the sine law and the cos law to do that. Okay? So that's all we want to do. Do you understand this question now?
So then you want to draw the grid for like.
I would draw this little grid like this. Yeah, I draw it all the time. I draw it all the time because that's what creates my parallel lines. So when I draw my arrows, and you're going to get this, those of you that are in physics, we do this tomorrow. We're going to do exactly this over and over again. So you're going to get hit again on how do you draw these lines. And but in a week's time, it's going to make complete sense to you that it's not as complicated as it seems. All right? I like these little grids. They help me. They help me draw angles. All right? Okay, are there other questions based on, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4? Are there any other questions in there that you want to look at?
Can we do 3.4, question 6?
Page 78? Okay, sure. Oh. All right. Again, it's a drawing that we need to work on. The hiker leaves base camp in Banff National Park and travels north 20 degrees west for 0.7 kilometers. North 20 degrees west. So, and then he goes south after that, right? So, okay. So, I'm just gonna start right here. Again, draw my little thing here, right? North 20 degrees to the west. So I go north, and then which way do I go? This way or this way? Well, 20 degrees west is out here. That's 20 degrees west. Okay, I'm gonna move this over. Sorry. Fix this first. That's awkward. Okay, so I'll just put this right here. And north, 20 degrees right there. North, 20 degrees west. Does anybody not know how to draw that? Because if you can't draw it, then we're not going to get any further than this. Everybody knows how to draw angles based on the directions? Not really? Okay. So, Brandon, what I do is I look at the first direction, and then I go in the direction it tells me from there. So this is north, right? And then I either go east or west of north. And it says 20 degrees west, so that's over here. Correct? If I was to go west, so many degrees north, 70 degrees north, it would take me back to the same line. So this would be west, 70 degrees to the north. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So then from there, where did he go? South, 65 degrees west. So south. Again, I'm just going to draw that in there. South is straight down. 65 degrees west is that way. Correct? And he ends up directly west of where he started. Okay? So what was that south direction? South 65 west, so this is 65 right here, right? Okay? His distances are these 0.7 here, right? 0.7 kilometers there. How far from the hiker's camp is he? Okay, so we need to find out this distance right here, right? Okay, so we need some other information from this. So what other information do we know? Well, if this is 20 right here, what's this angle? That guy is 70 degrees, right? If this is 20 right here, that's also 20 up here, right? Because I have this. If this is 20 degrees here, that guy, then this is 20 degrees up here. So what does that make this entire angle right here? Pardon me? What is this whole angle right here?
85.
Sure, it's 85 degrees. Right? What is the measure of this angle right here?
35.
What is it?
35.
So 70 and 85 give me 155. So that makes this 25. Is that what you said? Yeah. Okay. So how do I find x then?
Sine.
Sine? X over sine 85 equals 0.7 over the sine of 25. Okay, so before you punch it into your calculator, you asked this question, correct? Drawing it, the problem? Okay, so what did I do that was different than what you did?
Well, I didn't really know how to figure it out, but since we did the last question, I found it easier to figure it out.
Okay, so the key to this question
It was drawing it. pretty
is drawing
much.
this, right? Obviously, and that's what we get. That's the part that's going to cause you grief right now. Okay, so I start by drawing these little axes, and I draw it
And
each
I would
time.
have never figured out to draw those, so.
Okay, now you know. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the rest of this should be easy. All right, are there other questions that you want to look at?
So then when you like draw it with that, the direction of the degree that it faces on the outside of the thing?
No, not necessarily.
Um,
Well, if this guy, okay, so it was north 20 degrees west, right? Okay, if it had to give me west 70 degrees north, that's the same angle,
Okay.
right? So it would have been, it's this angle right here. And it would be inside this triangle as it turned out. Okay, so it just depends on which direction it's giving me and which direction the next part of it is. Okay, this guy could have gone, let's say this guy had gone northeast up here, then the 20 would have been inside it. So it just depends on which way the next branch goes or the next vector goes on the triangle.
So then why is the top one 85?
Okay, because from here, the hiker went what?
65.
South.
65.
65 to the west, right? So this is south, 65 west, agreed? Right?
Oh, and then,
And those are 20s.
okay,
That's what I would have never got,
yeah.
Okay?
because I wouldn't have drawn out the,
Okay, so now we know.
Yeah.
We need to draw those little axes, because that's what I was saying earlier. That's what creates your parallel lines, so that gives you those extra angles in it. Okay, so it's essential that you do draw out those axes. Okay, makes sense? All right, anybody else questions about this or anything else? Okay, so my thoughts are, you need to be able to do sine and cos on a triangle given to you. That's got to be done. You need to know that now. You need to continue to work on your ability to draw out problems. Okay, that's going to be something that is going to be an issue, so that's what you have to work on. Work on the test prep and the chapter test before you go on to that pre-test. Okay? We will write this test on Monday. Everybody will write it on Monday. Okay? I'm away on Friday, so you want to start your pre-test maybe as early as tomorrow if you have questions on it. All right? The videos will be up, today's video will be up on Edmodo if you want to look at it. Okay, so if you need to look at the video, we can, I'll make sure it goes up right as soon as I'm done here.